Thank you for giving us an avenue to share these experiences. Man, do they help hearing about other people having similar experiences. It's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to keep this as short as possible and to the point, because it was quite a few dreams I had in a row this past week that I wish to share, as it seems relevant to the people here on your channel, Big Levi. So, to begin, April 30th, the night of April 30th, 2023, there was a party at a fancy hotel, booze, entertainment, old friends, and then May 1st, I did the cell phone with the magic table numbers, and I'm not going to reveal everything, but there was one part where I got a text message from you, and I remember reading it very clearly. You sent me a text that said, "I'm glad that there's a big Ali around," and you were asking for assistance with the final boss of a video game called Bloodborne. And the final boss of that game is called the Moon Presence, or Moon Demon, so to speak. And that's all I'm allowed to share, or that seemed relevant, I should say. May 3rd, there was a restaurant grand opening. Someone from my past asked me on a date, and I can't remember what I said, but later this restaurant was serving lobster. Didn't eat it, but then there was some orange chicken that was served to me that I did eat. It was yummy, and it looked like a fancy place. May 4th is an ice cream shop next to that same restaurant from the previous night. I was awkwardly standing in the same line as two individuals from my past. They spoke nothing to me, and I spoke nothing to them. We were just waiting in line for ice cream. And then the same dream, I went back to that restaurant, and I got a good image close-up of the grill. I could see that they were cooking pork and chicken, and they were touching. That was kind of gross. And I was there, sitting at a table across from someone who used to be an adversary, and we were discussing something serious, but I don't even remember any of the conversation. Someone else from my past comes up to me, asks me what I'm doing later, or if I wanted to spend time later, and I got the number and said, I'll contact you when I was finished here. And then I remember I started to eat a Rice Krispie treat, and I remembered I had marshmallow in it, so I spit it out. And then there was another person from my past there that I had a conversation with, who was being hard to get, kind of flirty, if that makes sense. Anyway, later on in that same dream, there was a Japanese-looking man who handed me these two swords that looked ornate and durable, and the blades were shaped just like the ones Zuko had from Avatar, if you know what I'm talking about. And he handed them to me, and I was seeing that they were adjustable, and each sword could turn into a long sword, a dagger, and brass knuckles. It was each one was all three in one. And he offered to train me, and I gladly accepted. And then while I was adjusting the swords, I scraped my hand a little bit, and I felt a little bit of pain. I saw a project, like an animated blueprint, if you would, that was narrated by my dad. That was a project of a phase 1 destruction process of this, or demolition process of this train. And then I saw in real time on this like blueprint plan, the train blowing up, or the tracks blowing up, and the train and all the stone and whatnot dropping onto that restaurant I was at earlier. And then when I woke up that morning, I still felt that scrape on my hand when I scraped it in the dream with those swords. That was quite interesting. And then last night, last night, May 6th, my wife had a dream. She said that we were at some wizard's school but not Harry Potter because she didn't know about that. Sorry, I'm just reading it in third person. But we were originally at this school on a beach, and then we got on a cruise ship, but still with the school. Her, me, our son, and my sister were there with other people, but she didn't remember who the other people were. And then when we got on the cruise, she remembered preparing our son because that this wasn't a vacation and we were not coming back, like we were relocating. Divine Providence is grand, very grateful. Peace.